Hi, and welcome to the Fellowship of the Open Spokes. My name is Erin, and um, I'm a high school guidance counselor, and I work at a supported, self directed high school in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Aside from being a guidance counselor, I also have the pleasure of being a mom to two fantastic kids, 7 and 4, as well as a girls' rugby coach, a wife, a best friend, a cousin, a daughter, and a member of my community. Last winter, I was really lucky because I had the privilege of participating in something called ETMOOC, which was a collaborative online community where we talked about technology and education. Part of what we did during ETMOOC was we had a hashtag ETMOOC on Twitter, and what we would do with that hashtag was recommend articles and videos to each other. Um, During that time, Ben, one of the participants of ETMOOC, highly recommended a video called The Fellowship of the Ning, which was a fantastic collaborative effort made up by teenagers from all over the world who were reflecting on common ideas or common things they were into. And so Ben recommended that in his vlog, and so I decided to check that out. And I was totally intrigued and amazed by all the really cool things they were able to talk about and come up with, and the comparisons they had because they were in different environments. I also have to say that my 7-year-old son also really enjoyed the Fellowship of the Ning episodes. And so I was really excited when we were talking about potentially creating something similar to the fellowship, but for educators. Besides the fact of the whole concept of fellowship, which is really cool to me, um, the other reason why I really wanted to participate in the fellowship was because I've known ever since the beginning of university that the way I learn best is through talking it out and communicating with other people. I started out my first year degree as a zoology major, sitting in a lab with 400 students in my first year class and being talked at and not really liking that. And then by the time I got into third or fourth year and I was a special education major, I had 10 kids in my class, or 10, I guess, young adults in my class. And we used to talk about issues and what was going on and what we liked. And my GPA definitely went up when I was able to communicate and talk it out. Learning is something that sort of comes naturally to me. And so I finished my first degree in special education, went back, worked full time for a year or two, and then went, ooh, itchy feet, and decided to get my master's in counseling psych while I was working. So I worked for 5 years as a special ed teacher before I became a guidance counselor. And then I did all that, had my kids, and then I was like, I need to get involved in education again. I'm feeling a little bit stagnant. And then the MOOCs came up, which was great. And now I'm seeing the fellowship as another way for me to extend my reflection and my learning. Hanging out with teenagers all day forces me to be authentic, because if I want to make that connection, um, they can tell right away if you're fake or if you're not. And so I hope that throughout this fellowship, I can also be authentic with everyone here. Some things will work, some things will not, but I look forward to hearing and learning with everybody. So here's to the fellowship.